before we wrap it up for the evening, I did just want to do a quick read for all of our fans out there. One of the things that we have been talking about here on The Good, the Bad, and the Truth is doing another kind of special session like this one, where we go over some of the new releases that are set to come out in 2022. And so I just really quickly just going to read the list of those names, and then fellas, if there's any ones you guys want to speak to really quickly, we can do that. So we have Morbius is coming out January 21st,
Morbius?
2022.
They're doing a Michael Morbius movie?
Yeah, they're doing a Michael Morbius movie where
Oh my
Jared Leto
God.
is going to be Michael Morbius. He's going to be the lead character, and so it's going to be super super awesome. And
Whoa.
it's also going to connect to the Marvel Cinematic Universe somehow. It's going to be like a
Wow.
cameo from Michael Keaton's Spider-Man Homecoming character
Oh
is going
goodness.
to be in the Morbius movie.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, so
I
that's
just
going to
got
be
chills.
interesting.
I ain't gonna lie. I just got
Yeah.
chilled.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm super
man.
excited about that one. That one should be good.
Never
And
thought they would
then
do something like that. Never.
yeah, that one should be good. And then the Batman, which is coming out, which is set to be released March 4th, 2022. Of course, that's Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman, in case you all didn't know, which is going to be super super interesting. I'm actually really really excited about that. Jeffrey Wright is playing Jim Gordon, which is also going to be very different. I
Yeah,
think
I
this
read
will be
about that. I heard about that.
yeah, this will be the first time there's been a black Jim Gordon, so that's going to be super super interesting. Uh, so
Interesting.
that's going to be interesting. And then so Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, that is set to come out March 25th, 2022. What's interesting about that is the director Sam Raimi. I'm interested to see how he does with this. So I don't know. I'm not saying I dislike that choice, but I'm just kind of interested to see where that goes. And then of course the cast is Benedict Cumberbatch, and believe it or not, Scarlet Witch is going to be a major component of this Doctor Strange movie.
It
Awesome.
So
makes
Elizabeth,
sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes
After
sense.
did you both watch WandaVision?
Yeah, I
I
watched.
haven't watched WandaVision.
That was
Okay,
dope.
well, we won't say anything, but
Yeah,
if
That was a
you
dope
get a
series.
chance, you should watch it, Evan.
Yeah, you should.
all right, because it seems like it's pretty interesting, but
Yes, it
I'm
was it was good. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say since you haven't seen it, but
mm.
definitely watch WandaVision, and it'll make sense to why she's gonna be in Doctor Strange. And
I
then
mean, for
Thor.
me, it makes comical sense and whatnot.
hmm
Only because the simple fact is, Scarlet Witch is she. Strange helps her, like, enhances her powers a lot more and whatnot.
hmm
Because Scarlet Witch's biggest power is actually healing. Telepathy is just like her thing, but she has a huge healing factor, like almost close to like Wolverine, like her, like because she can actually heal people, and that's her main power and whatnot. It's really not her telepathy and whatnot. So
Hmm.
just just
Okay.
to just to let everyone know that.
Interesting. Okay. And then so there's Thor, Love and Thunder, which is set to come out May 6th, 2022.
Dope.
It is going to have Chris Hemsworth in it, Tessa
They
Thompson, because
they
I don't know
better.
if a lot of you realize that, Tessa Thompson was actually given control of Asgard in the Endgame movie, right? She
Yeah, I remember
basically
that
took
part.
Yeah,
over
so
because Thor was just like a hot mess from Bangladesh and everything. And so no offense to anyone from Bangladesh, that is just the same.
mm,
But yeah, no, he passes the torch on to her. So Tessa Thompson, Natalie Portman is back, and believe it or not, Christian Bale is joining the cast.
Yeah, he's the villain.
Yeah, so that's going
Which
to be
villain is
super,
you
super
playing?
excited. Yeah, I think I'm super excited about that. Black Panther 2, of course, same director as Ryan Coogler. That has a release date of July 8th, and that cast is still to be announced. Now, I know that a lot of people were wondering who's going to be Black Panther now that Chadwick Boseman has gone on. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Rest in peace, Chadwick
Wakanda
Boseman.
forever, sir.
I
Speaking
think
of
they should
Wakanda
just
forever.
CGI him, to be really honest.
No.
Ooh.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
think.
about
a lot
that
of
one.
people won't like it, but I feel like if you CGI him, but if you get an actor, CGI him, and I feel like everything would be fine.
So you saying instead of seeing like an actor's face, you just only see him as like T'Challa in the outfit, or are you saying like CGI Chadwick Boseman?
CGI Chadwick Boseman so y'all can
Oh
do
no
the
no no!
damn
We can't
movie.
do
Yeah,
that.
like
That's
I don't. I don't.
weird.
CGI the whole man himself so everyone can be like, yay, he's playing Black
I
Panther.
don't know. I can't see
Oh, that
people
would be
liking
too
that.
weird.
Yeah, it'd be too weird. I think. Yeah. I don't think.
Because I was affected by Chadwick Boseman, because not just Black Panther. I mean, first of all, the impact of Black Panther itself, Ryan Coogler, and just being unapologetically Black in that movie, which of course made sense, right? Because this was the first time you had a major superhero, Black superhero being released in the box office on such a large scale, right? I mean, Spawn was out there before, but Spawn didn't have as much advertising as Black Panther did, right?
No.
And it wasn't
That's
as
true.
anticipated because you actually saw the Black Panther in the Civil War movie. So with the impact that Chadwick Boseman had in this role and the fact that, he really did change the world. I mean, for the first time, you saw little, what called white boys, Spanish boys, whoever, wanting to be the Black Panther at Halloween, right?
Saying
They wanted
Wakanda
Black
forever.
Panther toys for Christmas. I don't think there's ever been someone as far as impactful character to a community, especially a superhero. This is what I mean. Like, don't get me wrong about like real life people like Malcolm X and etc. Of course there have been, but when you're talking about a fictional character, I don't know that there's ever been a fictional character that has had as much impact as Chadwick Boseman did as Black Panther to the Black community. So I think
I could agree with that.
if they CGI'd them, it would just be too weird for all of us who just really loved Chadwick in that role. And like, I think, his death, and I'm just, of course, speaking on my perspective, was a serious loss, not just to the Black community, but the Hollywood world. I haven't seen a Chadwick Boseman movie where he didn't do a good job.
Oh yeah.
James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson.
All the movies I've seen him in, he's done a great job.
He killed it. 21 Bridges.
Yep, he's a great actor.
I
He
would
was
have
a
to
great
tell him
actor.
he really killed it in James Brown because I
Yeah,
thought that
I think that was
was
the last movie
James
I've
Brown.
seen him in it. Yeah, he killed that.
He
My
did.
man.
He did a good job in Thurgood too. He was very, very strong in that role. I mean, obviously he has the acting chops, but he was very strong in that role. And I don't know if you all know, but it was actually Denzel Washington who paid for Chadwick Boseman's college.
Yeah,
Did you
I
all
read
know
that.
that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Denzel, not just Chadwick Boseman. Denzel also did that with the one that played Ghost on Power.
Amari Hardwick.
Yeah, Amari Hardwick.
I didn't know that. I knew about Chadwick. I didn't know about
Oh, man.
Amari
Mr.
Hardwick
Training Day
and
himself.
Chadwick Boseman. Denzel Washington for Chadwick Boseman actually paid for college, or at least a portion of it. I know at minimum a portion of it. And for Amari Hardwick, not only did he help him when he was going through rough times in his life, he helped him get on his feet from an active perspective and even stayed with him for a little while. Denzel Washington is that fucking dude.
My man who played Training Day.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
That is a good actor anyway.
Malcolm X.
He's that dude.
Yes,
Definitely.
Yeah.
he is. He is definitely that dude. But
I'm
yeah,
working on my
think
impression on
Chadwick
him though.
Boseman, they gotta go another direction. If they're gonna recast someone as Black Panther, okay, fine. I understand that that's gonna be hard for audiences to accept, but you gotta leave any versions of Chadwick Boseman out of it since he's no longer with us, unfortunately.
I'm gonna just figure out who they're gonna use. That's the interesting part. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
waiting.
think they said that there are several different ways they can go, like having Shuri be Black Panther. I heard some rumors where they were trying to say that like maybe even Killmonger could come back, but like in a different mindset or something. There's a lot of different things that they're saying, which sounds the most likely to me is that they're either going to recast the Black Panther completely or Shuri is just going to take up the
Yeah, I
mantle.
can see Shuri because that's what happens. Obviously, that's what happens in the
The
comics.
comics,
She takes
exactly.
on the mantle of Black Panther. So I can see
Yeah,
them going that route.
yeah, me too. And then, okay, the next movie to come out, I want to talk about Black Adam, which is scheduled to come out July 29th,
I cannot wait for
2022.
that one.
Yeah,
Isn't The
that one's
Rock
going to
playing
be
back?
good. Yes, that's The
Isn't The
Rock,
Rock playing
Dwayne
Black Adam?
Johnson, Noah Centineo, Aldis
That
Hodge,
bald headed
Pierce
nigga.
Brosnan. Yeah, so that's supposed to be fairly decent. Y'all know how I feel about The Rock. I think that he was a great wrestler, one of my favorite. I for some reason he kind of has that Will Smith effect for me, and that I see
It
Will
doesn't
Smith
matter
a
what your
lot.
name is.
I mean, I see The Rock more than I see his character sometimes.
Yeah,
So
That,
that's the
that
same here.
every
yeah,
time I see The Rock with a like on a roll, like every time he's acting, I'm just waiting for him to do the people's eyebrow and just say,
right.
"Do you smell
With The
what The Rock
Rock,
is?"
And he
he
was one
is
of my
the
favorite wrestlers too. But
yeah.
yeah, in his movies, he pretty much just plays himself. He doesn't really.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
He's
thing.
the
He's going
Rock.
to beat up someone. He's big and brawly and is going to beat up someone. I mean, in all fairness, like he did do like a few of those cutesy movies, like the Tooth Fairy movie and all of that stuff. But again, even then, I saw The Rock, the wrestler, in a tutu.
So the Rock.
When
Yeah,
he
you know
was,
what I
yeah,
mean?
because
So
when
it's
he was
like
in
I'm not too sold on the Black Adam thing, The Rock being the Black Adam, but I'm not going to say that he's going to do a bad job. You never know. People can surprise you, but we'll see.
I
And
mean,
then
how?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel. So there is a sequel planned for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is
Of course,
scheduled to be released October 7th, 2022.
yeah.
The cast is still to be announced right now. But it apparently there is a sequel set to be coming out for that.
Of
So
course. Did you not
yeah.
see the ending of that thing? I
Yeah.
knew it was a sequel once that shit ended. I was like, man, give me the next. I was like, give me part two.
Yeah, I'm ready to. I loved that movie. It was really good. And then of course The Flash, which is going to be I was going to say
Boo,
unfortunately, and I should be careful with that. But
boo,
Ezra Miller is reprising the role. As I've said before, I'm not really a fan of Ezra Miller as the Flash. I,
boo,
I would rather the one from the show.
boo.
But Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, and Ben Affleck, both of those versions of
Damn it.
Batman will be in this film.
Mhm.
So that's going to
Boo.
be, hmm?
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
watching the movie, so if
Ben
I'm forced to
Affleck
watch
is
the
in it.
movie, if I'm forced to watch the movie so we can talk about reviews, all I'm gonna just keep thinking about why in the hell is Ben Affleck playing Batman? That's it.
right. Right, yeah. And then okay, Captain Marvel 2
That's
is
gonna be
set to
dope.
come out November 11th, 2022. It's still going to be Brie Larson in the title role, right? And then
She
there
played
are
an
a few
excellent
other
job too.
people who are going to be joining her. Now, I've actually only seen I've seen the Captain Marvel movie twice, but never beginning to end paying full attention. I
Yeah,
seen it
it's
the first
okay.
time from beginning to end, and I was paying halfway attention. And the second time, I cut it off halfway because I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's really
It's
Yeah,
really not that they cut so much out of the storyline I mean, Cara Danvers, who is actually Miss Marvel. I don't like how they use Captain Marvel because basically Shazam is basically Captain Marvel, but that's a whole nother battle and whatnot. But I wish they would have done more to that movie. And the thing, I feel like they rushed that movie only because she had a very small role in the end game, basically. You
Mm.
know.
Yeah, and you need to watch WandaVision because there's also some relation there. But since you
Yeah, there's
haven't
some
seen it,
tie-ins
we
with that.
won't mention it.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
yeah,
so that way we
I'm gonna
don't
go
ruin
watch
it
it. I'm gonna
for
watch
you.
the first episode tomorrow.
Yeah, watch WandaVision because there's some significance there as well. And then Aquaman 2, which is scheduled to come out December 16, 2022. The director is James Wan, and Jason Momoa is reprising the role. Unfortunately, in my opinion, Amber Heard. I mean, not to Jason Momoa, just to the next person I'm about to announce, Amber Heard. I love Jason Momoa in the role. Amber Heard is returning, though. I don't really care for Amber Heard at all.
You know what's so funny about Aquaman? And this no disrespect to Aquaman. They come pick one of the like it made it seem like this is supposed to be like a film just for women only and whatnot because they made sure when they cast the role for Aquaman, they got this dude who don't even not look like Aquaman, but they can play it off like him looking like Aquaman and whatnot. If
Well,
you
I think
Well,
that
that
was
was on
straight.
purpose.
and I
Yeah,
feel
that
like
was
that
on
was on
purpose. I
purpose.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they didn't want to have that corny kind of like comic book vision of Aquaman with the, you know what I'm saying, with the fish buckle and everything else. They were trying to avoid that because a lot of people felt like that Aquaman was lame. So their intention was to find someone who was more brolic and just like, for lack of a better term, manly, right, to play Aquaman. So I think that was the intention. I'm actually excited that Jason Momoa is returning. I think he's accomplished that just fine. I
Yeah,
have a
I like him as
problem with Amber
Aquaman.
Heard.
Give him more roles so he can. What they knew, see, they need to stop carrying him in Justice League. Can we get more of Aquaman moving forward for Justice League? Because if 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 Ben Affleck is getting more time screen than this guy, then I'm like, yo, y'all need to get it right. Because that dude who played Aquaman, I watched the first one. It was really good, extremely good. But give this man some opportunity. He deserves it and whatnot. You know,
Well, I
he
mean, he's
does.
getting this sequel, and I mean, I'm sure there'll be an Aquaman 3 also, because they always do 3 movies with these superhero movies.
That's true.
Sometimes 4, but most of the times it's 3. So I'm sure he'll get a third one because the
I
first one did
just
really well. So, and I can't see why the second one wouldn't do really well also. And
Because they haven't put
everybody
him in it.
loves Jason as Aquaman. I mean, he's dope as Aquaman. So
Yeah, I agree. I think the only reason it would do well is because they have Amber Heard in it. But anyway, I don't. First of all, I'm not going to get into anyone's personal life. I don't do it with non-celebrities. I'm not going to do it with celebrities. But I would say that I take issue with the fact that like the whole situation between her and Johnny Depp, while there's not been any concrete evidence released that suggested that either one of them are telling the truth on their sides of the stories about what happened in their relationship, she's continued to have a career while his has been destroyed. That's not fair. That's double standards. And like I said, whether it's against women or it's against men, I speak out to double standards. I'm not appreciative of her having, if his career was completely destroyed because of some allegations, something that has not been in a court of law determined to be true, why should she get to have a career when his argument is that she's lying and making all of this up? When you couple that with the fact that I just don't like her acting abilities, all I see is a pretty face, not the character I'm supposed to actually believe. It doesn't work for me. Not a fan of Amber Heard in that role whatsoever. But I am excited to see Jason Momoa return. I am hoping that William Dafoe returns because I love William Dafoe as well. And so we'll see. And then Shazam. Fury of the Gods is also scheduled to come out in oh no, I'm sorry, that's actually moving into June 2023. So the last 2022 movie was the Aquaman 2 movie.